The phone vibrated while I was washing blood off my hands. Not mine, my daughter's. It was already drying under my fingernails, dark and stubborn, like it wanted to stay, like it wanted to remind me. The hospital corridor smelled of disinfectant and lies. Machines breathed for her behind the glass. I stood alone, staring at my reflection in the steel sink, when the screen lit up. Unknown number. I answered without saying hello. The voice on the other end was smooth, practiced. A man who had never been told no. "I'm calling about an unfortunate incident," he said. No names, no apologies. My son panicked. "These things happen." I closed my eyes. I could still hear the sound, the impact, the way her body folded wrong. "You should drop this," he continued casually. "My son has immunity. I own the judge. The prosecutor vacations on my yacht." A pause, just long enough to enjoy it. "I'll have my people make this comfortable for you." I looked at my hands again, still shaking. "You have 10 minutes," I said. My voice surprised even me. Flat. Empty. "Turn him in." Then I hung up. I didn't know if he laughed. I didn't need to. They told me she'd wake up. Eventually. They always say that word, like it's a gift. Eventually. I sat beside her bed, counting the seconds by the rise and fall of her chest. Each breath felt borrowed. Each beep felt like a countdown. 9 minutes passed. Then my phone rang again. This time it wasn't arrogance. It was panic trying to sound professional. "Sir," the man said too fast. "I represent—" "I know who you represent," I cut in. Silence. "Who the hell are you?" he asked. The question cracked in the middle. "We're ready to accept all of your terms. Just stop what you started." I watched my daughter's hand twitch. Barely noticeable. But I saw it. "You're late," I said. The line went dead. People think power is loud. It isn't. Real power moves quietly. Through systems, through paper, through secrets people bury so deep they forget where they put them. I didn't touch a weapon. I didn't make a threat. I made calls, old favors, older debts, names that never appear in the news, files that never reach courtrooms, a foundation audit, an offshore account that shouldn't exist, a private video someone forgot to destroy. I had been preparing for a different betrayal. That was the irony. While I waited for my daughter to wake up, another truth had already started bleeding through the cracks of my life. One I hadn't been looking for. One that explained too much. The CEO's call wasn't the beginning. It was just the moment everything aligned. I sat in the parking lot long after midnight. Engine off. Lights dead. That's when I saw her name on my phone. My wife. I didn't answer. Not because I was angry. Because I already knew. The suspicion had started weeks earlier. Small things. The kind people dismiss because admitting them would shatter everything. Her phone always face down. Password changed. A softness in her voice that wasn't meant for me. And the way she flinched when our daughter mentioned a man named Evan, a family friend who worked in private equity. The same firm, the same circle, the same donor list as the CEO who called me. Patterns don't lie. People do. While everyone else slept, I requested a DNA test through a private lab I'd funded years ago and forgotten about. I pulled call logs through a back door I built when I still believed systems existed to protect people like us. I watched. I waited. I smiled at dinner. The results arrived the same morning my daughter opened her eyes. She squeezed my finger. That's when something in me went perfectly still. I didn't confront my wife. I invited her to the hospital chapel instead. Quiet, empty, neutral ground. I handed her an envelope. No speech, no accusations. Just paper. She read it once. Then again. Her knees buckled. "She isn't yours," she whispered. Like the words might vanish if she said them softly enough. "I was going to tell you." I nodded, slowly. "I know," I said. "You just ran out of time." She cried, begged, reached for me. I stepped back. The truth had already done its work. 2 hours later, the news broke. The CEO's son had been arrested at a private airstrip. No immunity, no judge, no yacht. The lawyer resigned by sunset. The foundation froze its accounts. The video leaked. Just enough, not to destroy him completely, only to make sure he lived with it. I never testified. I didn't need to. Systems collapse when you remove the right keystone. My wife moved out that night. No fight, no lawyers. I gave her everything she asked for, except forgiveness. My daughter recovered. Slowly. She doesn't know the truth. She doesn't need to. She just knows I never leave her side now. That when powerful men smile too easily, I go quiet. Sometimes, late at night, my phone still rings. Unknown numbers. I don't answer anymore. The message has already spread. I am not dangerous because I'm angry. I'm dangerous because I'm calm. And because once you've taken everything from a man, there's nothing left to threaten.